Peace Sells, But Who's Buying was our very first video that we ever did. And boy, were we in for a big surprise. Making videos is just something that's almost required these days. So that was off of our first record for Capitol Records. So obviously they wanted us to do a video. We shot it at probably Brooklyn's most famous rock club, L'Amour, and used Robert Longo for director.
I knew that Robert Longo was the right man for the job to do Peace Sells when I went to his art exhibit in New York and saw his rendition of Peace Sells, But Who's Buying. He had created a sculpture which was kind of a cross between the monster from Aliens and the monument for the Battle of the Sands of Iwo Jima, whatever they call that. It was this big monster that was covered in little army men with pennies all over him, had a huge dick and lightning bolts shooting out his ass. And I figured this guy's either psycho or he's definitely, Anyways, they banned this video in the United Kingdom because they said that people would have fits of frenzy and stuff like that.
Gotta love it. My favorite part of the video was where there's a strobe effect on Gar and he's sitting there and he's like nodding. Like nodding off every time he hits the drums.
Yeah, like we've never seen that before. Hi, Gar.
This is the raw stuff. This is the original. Peace Sells, But Who's Buying?
Wake Up Dead is a video that we did in Los Angeles, and we had KNAC, which is the local metal station, probably the best metal station in the entire world. They had contacted the audience and told them that they could participate in the video. And this is the first of many videos that we had done in an airplane hangar. We had ourselves enclosed in a cage, and we let these little Nazi headbangers come to the airport, and we got a lot of shit for that, because they had spray painted graffiti on planes there. There was beer cans all over the runway and stuff like that. But for the most part, it was very conducive to keeping our nice, cleanly reputation.
Yeah, this was a video that Penelope Spheris did, which she went on to do about what, 3 more videos after this one. I had thought that the idea of using the cage was brilliant. I mean, in fact, a lot of people ask us, they go, why don't you use your stage set with the cage? Well, it's because some other band already ripped it off from us. Thanks, you guys. And in fact, in this video, there's one spot real short. It's hard to see, but Penelope put a camera on a helmet and had a headbanger put the helmet on and do stage dives across the stage and jump out into the audience. So it's like tumbling sort of effect. And the cage in the very front was made to break apart. So kids would climb up it and the thing would break and they'd fall back down into the audience.
My favorite part of the video is in the very beginning. I thought this was a chick. Evidently it's some cross-dresser, but he was running along the very beginning of the video, and he falls and his shirt lifts up, and I swear to Christ, it looks like he's got a bra on. Anyways, this is Wake Up Dead.
This next video, In My Darkest Hour, we filmed, again with Penelope Spheris directing it. We filmed it at a local LA dive called the Country Club, where the place holds about 800 people. I think about 2,000 people showed up for the video. So we got to select the best headbangers for the video. Actually, we were still mixing the So Far So Good So What album when we were filming this. So all the people that you see in the video that are all headbanging and stage diving, this was actually the first time that they got to hear this song was at the actual video shoot. This video was also banned by MTV because they thought that the lyrics were about suicide. So this was a topic that they didn't really feel that they wanted to show. So hey, that's why we had to make a home video so you guys can see this video.
I think one of the best parts about the video In My Darkest Hour is that it was used in the movie The Decline of Western Civilization, and I think that it was really beneficial for us to be in that movie because we got exposure since the video was banned on MTV, but it also had the pitfalls of being associated with other shit bands. There were people in the movie, these ugly pig women that were saying that they had sex more than twice a day, and they were so hideous. The only place I could possibly think of them getting, laid more than once would probably be a kennel or a prison.
How about the skunk dude with his white hair on one side and the black hair on the other?
Yeah.
Nice hair, you homo.
Anyways, this song it was written the day that I found out that Cliff Burton had died. It was a very moving song for me because it really expresses a lot of the emotion that I was going through. I was really sad, and I think the music kind of, you know, carries that kind of feeling with it. A lot of people have written our fan club and said, you know, hey, Dave, I have nothing really to live for, you know, life sucks, and then you die, and that this song's giving me something to look forward to, and I understand now, and I see someone like you that, you know, too goes through these problems, and let's face it, you know, life sucks. But, you know, there's certain things that, you know, can get you through, and when I find out that people are turned on by this music and it gives them hope to carry on and stuff like that, it makes me feel good. Anyways, I hope the song works for you.
Anyone with a brain knows that was a Sex Pistols song.
That was Anarchy in the UK.
You know, I like the way that in there on some video shows they censored out the I am an antichrist and other cunt-like tendencies with the guy screaming in there.
I think the best part about that song was the fact that we did have an original living, breathing Sex Pistol come in and play on that song while we were recording it. Sitting on his guitar case, and came in and he wanted $100 and some suction, and I said, dude, it's going to cost you more than $100 to get suction out of us. And so we gave him a phone book and $1,000 and told him to get it himself. We'd like to introduce you to the new members in the band right now, officially, for those of you that are blind or that don't have any idea who these guys are. Lead guitarist Marty Friedman right back here. On the left.
There he is.
And this always happens. And this is Marty over here, too. This is Nick Menza.
Don't confuse me with the other kind.
Lead drums.
The Holy Wars video is the first video off the Rust in Peace album that we filmed it in a airplane hangar in Van Nuys. For some reason, these video guys always want to like use airplane hangars and big buildings to do these things.
And we had a great time doing the video because, you know, it's our music. But it was very uncomfortable because the hangar we were in, it was very sunny. It was in August, and it was probably over 100 degrees inside of the airplane hangar. Nick told me that he had drank about 3 of those big bottles of Gatorade and didn't pee once all day. That he sweated it all out.
What a bladder.
That's why we had our t-shirts off, if in case you're wondering, just because it was too damn hot in that place.
Yeah, we started off fully clothed, but after a while we got kind of wet. The concept of the video itself it's revolving around the way that war is imminent, and it doesn't really matter what country it's in. There's footage of a lot of the Middle Eastern countries. You know, they're showing Gaddafi, Khomeini. You know, it's funky how all these guys have these weird names. You know, these idiots that lead different countries. But it shows you in the video that you know, war is war, no matter where you're at.
This is the first video that these geezers did with us. Holy Wars, unedited, sick shit.
The making of Hangar 18 was really elaborate as far as the people that were involved. There was a lot of creatures, a lot of makeup, a lot of special effects, miniaturization.
Director Paul Boyington's specialties is building miniature sets. In fact, he's done it for some commercials and for special effects in movies, building entire cities in miniature, like 2-3 feet high miniatures, and then having a robotic arm with a camera on the end swooping through the city. And you're going to see a lot of that kind of effect in the Hangar 18 video here. In fact, there's a segment right in the very beginning where there's some cattle mutilation with dead cattle. There's a comet superimposed coming through in the background, and actually one of the coolest things about this home video is that you're going to see this version of Hangar 18 is the long unedited version, which is exactly how you hear it on the record Rust in Peace. And we shot for 2 days to actually get the band shots at a power plant, which supplies about 1/3 of the power to all of Los Angeles, down by the beach. Anyway, Richard Schnell, who actually created the characters and did all the makeup for the aliens, had us painted white, and then put other kind of like a water-based white makeup all over us, and then we had to wear these contact lenses. I personally have never worn contact lenses before, and I hate the things. Anyway, we were put in the 4 cryogenic chambers at the end, and the cryogenic chambers that we were in were put onto a cart, which was towed by a couple of people down this track. It's at the very end of the video. You'll see it. Eyes were killing us. Freezing cold. The fun of making videos. I think in this video, the creatures that were used, they were quite numerous. There was
all kinds of variations from just normal makeup to, I guess it's called prosthetic makeup, where they put plastic on you, and they had all different kinds of helmets and stuff and masks that they were wearing. The idea for Hangar 18 came about, we wrote that song in February of last year, and honestly, it was an idea that Nick came up with. We were slamming sushi and we were talking about it, and I came in the studio with the riff that I had, and that was probably the last song that we created. The idea is based on a place in the Four Corners state region of the United States, which were Colorado, Arizona, Nevada, and Utah all hooked together. And it's a place where the military intelligence is housing alien aircraft and alien life forms. And not that I subscribe to this point of view or any of that kind of BS, but Nick, like, you know, he's way into it. I mean, the guy thinks Jesus was Martian, but, you know, I guess those of you that know Nick probably know that the possibility, the way that he explains it could be real. You know, so we tried to bring it to you guys in a song form, and it's up to your imagination to see whether or not you believe it.
Nobody's seen this for 100 years.